Tonight, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Smith going to go to the air, first play. Out to the left, that's where the tight end Moreau is. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Looking to throw again on second down. Smith. They'll swing this out to Fournette. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Smith. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on first and second down. And then on third down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Goff now to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Right side, there's Likely with it. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Geno on first down. On target to his man, Likely. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Complete to Likely. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. Smith throwing again. Finds his man over the middle. It's Likely. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Geno Smith. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. To throw is Goff. And that one complete to Hodgins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On second down, here's Pierce. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Goff. Looking downfield for Jones. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Goff. That's underneath to Pierce. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Inside handoff now to Fournette.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. This one complete to Christian Kirk. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. From the 30 on 2nd down, Smith. And one more time, here's Kirk. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Again, Smith. Uses the stiff arm. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now Geno. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. On 1st and 10, Goff. He gets this one to Johnson. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now Goff on 1st down. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was the Panthers who were able to come away with the home victory. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Jameis Winston, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Justin Fields, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Up there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throw. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
3rd and 2, Smith. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Time for another look at this Lions offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 38, Goff completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he wisely will throw that one away. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd and 9, Smith. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Smith.
Throwing out left and finding Likely.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Now it's Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for New York. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Pierce now up the middle.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And they will
get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Smith on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense, drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Throwing is Smith. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Up the gut, Fournette. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Smith. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, Smith again. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. McPherson's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Lions offense set to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Goff on first down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. The Lions on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Goff.
He's got Johnson.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Goff now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
They'll find Hodgins there complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And they will take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll indeed take a knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
Well, partner, that'll do it. You know, these week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Giants, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week one victory here by a field goal. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.